Hello, Candy.
Hi, Don. How are you?
Thanks. I'm good.
Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Me too. Thanks.
So can you tell us about your new show, Monumental Mysteries?
Sure. Monumental Mysteries grew out of another series I've been doing for a while for Travel Channel called Mysteries at the Museum. Monumental follows the similar format, which is to say 6 different stories of history throughout an hour-long format. And so in this case, what we're covering are the monuments of America. And that's a very broad term which kind of encompasses both the large memorials that we're aware of in, say, Washington, D.C., the engineering feats of maybe the Golden Gate Bridge, for instance, and then all the way down to little gravestones. Anything that marks history with an object is on our show, one way or the other.
And which monument had the most surprising story? Can you share any secrets with us?
Sure. I mean, in the debut episode, this show is airing on Thursday nights at 9 on Travel Channel. The debut episode actually has a really fascinating story right up front, and that's the story of Mercy Brown. She's represented by a gravestone. This town in Rhode Island became convinced that this woman who died of tuberculosis actually had become a vampire. And they do this by exhuming the grave and seeing that I'm not going to give it away. You have to watch the show. And that's what we've done with every segment. We look for the story about that object, that memorial, that monument, that tweaks it a bit, that turns a different light onto that object.
And what is your favorite monument?
Mine personally? Wow, that's a big story, big question. I'm a big grand guy. I like the big stories, so I really love walking down the National Mall. And I'm a big Abe Lincoln fan, so I guess the Lincoln Memorial would be a favorite of mine. You know, they just redid the pools right in front of that. That's such a fascinating story I did for another show called Off Limits.
Is there one monument in the U.S. or abroad that you haven't been to or that you're just dying to see?
I've always wanted to rappel down Mount Rushmore. Right? Who hasn't? I saw North by Northwest. I always dreamed of getting a very close-up look at that monument. When you go and visit Mount Rushmore, I find it disappointing. You stand at a distance and you see it kind of looks a little small, you know, when you're at that viewing platform. But it ain't small at all if you get up closer.
And do you have any additional information you'd like to share with us?
About the shows, I mean, there's 13 ahead of us right now. And so about the next 3 months or so, we can do more than 75 stories that I promise will give you a feeling of American history like you've not known it before. It comes to life through these things. And I really like this show for that reason alone, because television in general, history television, should wake you up to the world around you. You know, the routine in America basically is driving past these things and sort of getting used to them. I like this show because it basically, you know, stops you in your tracks and says, who was that guy representing by that building or that woman represented by that statue over there? What you will walk right past, we stop you and talk about.
And where can we go for more information?
TravelChannel.com has a lot on both Monumental Mysteries and Mysteries at the Museum. You could check out my website at gotowildman.com and keep your eye on the papers.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Don. We can't wait to check out Monumental Mysteries. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.